before doing this kill count, I just want to thank the Dead Meat fan community and stuff, such as stuff like the original Dead Meat, obviously, because without him, this channel would exist. Then stuff like Movie Gods, who's very similar to Dead Meat, check his content out. And Dead Meat fans, such as another Dead Meat fan, Dead Meat Parody, Dead Media, and especially Dead Meat Fan, as he pretty much started the Dead Meat fan stuff. I just want to thank him, and if I do stuff wrong with this kill count, please feel free to tell me. It's my first time doing one of these. I plan to do a lot more for the rest of this year. Hopefully I'll have time to work on them. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Welcome to the Kill Count Parody. It is today we tell you the victims in all my favorite rap battles. I'm your host Mario, and today we're checking out Epic Rap Battles History, released in 2010 and is ongoing so far to 2024, and it will still be going on. Epic Rap Battles History is made two guys named Nice Peter and Epic Boy. In the plot of Epic Rap Battles, actually, what am I saying? It's rap battles. They don't have plots. The main focus of every battle is just two characters from history rap against each other. Sometimes the third one will show up, or more than, or like 5 extra contestants will show up. It's pretty interesting, so I recommend go checking it out. But anyways, how many people die in these rap battles? Well, let's find out and get the kills. The first battle we're going to talk about is Billy Mays versus Benjamin Franklin. The video begins with a title card. There's not much to say about this battle, it just happens. I don't really get what the similarities between Ben Franklin and Billy Mays are, but I mean, it worked, and people wanted it, apparently. Benjamin Franklin's first verse is okay. Not my favorite, but not the worst. Billy Mays' first verse is better than Benjamin Franklin's, but it's just okay in the end. After Billy Mays' first verse, Benjamin Franklin tells him to stop, and tells Bill to join or die, because it's all about the Benjamin. Billy Mays says his classic, but wait, there's more line, and then dies of a heart attack. And it's not even like, oh, it's a funny laughing gag. No, he's fucking dead. The announcer tries to ask if everyone else can finish the battle. And then the ShamWow guy appears. He definitely has the best verse in the battle, and his verse is pretty good. Besides that, there's nothing much to say about this battle. Next one is Christopher Columbus versus Captain Kirk. I think I might be saying that wrong. And this battle doesn't actually begin with the title card, it starts in space, which is cool. And a ship. Yeah, I don't like how the battle starts with Christopher Columbus just leaving, and then showing up backup. But besides that, this battle is very forgettable, so I'm not going to talk about it much. All you need to really know is Christopher stabs Slew and kills himself. Yeah, I'm to the count. Season 1 ended with Nice Peter and Epic Boy, the two creators, rap battling. It was then at the end of the battle that they revealed a Season 2, which got everyone hyped. So anyways, on to Season 2. We're starting Season 2 with Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs doesn't get introduced, he just appears. This battle has lots of references to both Apple and Microsoft, that it's crazy. Definitely one of my top 10 favorite battles. This one with the part where they're going back and forth, it's really catchy and really neat. We start talking about Steve Jobs' cancer and doctors, and Steve Jobs just fades away, I guess? Alright, that pisses off Bill Gates. He talks about how he owns the world and it's his, but then something appears. Special guest is Hall 9000. This verse is definitely the weakest in the battle, but it's still pretty damn good. I like how this battle ends. Like the Terminator told you. What a great way to end the battle. The next one is Doc Brown versus Doctor Who. It's interesting for a couple reasons, but it is very forgettable in my opinion. Anyways, after Doctor Who's first verse, Doc Brown comes back. And originally, I thought Doc Brown won this battle, but looking back on it, Doctor Who definitely won this. Also, I have not seen any Back to the Future movies, so that's probably gonna piss people off. Anyways, Doc Brown brings in one of his robots, and it shoots at Doctor Who, which causes him to die. He transforms into the 4th Doctor. I'm assuming this is something about Doctor Who. I don't really know. And then Marty McFly shows up for a little bit, but he doesn't do much besides play the guitar. Also, I think this battle has one of the most funniest end lines.
Use your porta potty time machine. seen as my latrine. You're not a cat with 9 lives. You're a pussy with 13.
Perfect, but that's not even it. If you say to the end, the battle straight up repeats itself. There's only something a little different where Doctor Who pulls out a remote and turns off the battle. The next battle is Clint Eastwood versus Bruce Lee. This one is not really talked about, but it's one of the best, especially when it comes to roast. Anyways, Bruce Lee knocks out 2 ninjas, which I'm going to add to the count. There's lots of secrets in this battle, and also Bruce Lee kills another ninja, so add them to count. Also, Clint Eastwood gets some kills by starting off with a cowboy. So, Clint Eastwood is one of the most ruthless characters in ERB. He says the most insane shit in this battle. I'll talk about it later. He also shoots 3 more cowboys, so add them to the count. Bruce Lee comes back by killing a total of 2 ninjas this time, instead of 3. Oh, and he also kicks a chair at Clint Eastwood. That's cool. Anyways, Clint Eastwood's second verse is fucking ruthless. I'll just play it for ya.
You feel lucky, punk? That's what I'm asking. You can't be too tough. You got killed by an aspirin. Your 1-inch punch, same size as your pecker. Leave the rapping to me. Stick to Chinese checkers. I beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. No one in your family ever lives to see a sequel.
And now we move on. Well, actually, this might be kind of a hot take, but I think season 3 is probably ERB's worst season. It has a couple good matches. George Washington versus William Wallace, Isaac Newton versus Bill Nye, Stephen King versus Edgar Allan Poe. But besides that, most of them are just okay, or mid at best. Although I guess Vader versus Hitler 3 was pretty good. Speaking of, we move on to season 3, which is Vader vs. Hitler 3. The Vader vs. Hitler trilogy was one of ERB's most popular battles at the time. I also like how this one starts. It's a reference to Star Wars' Episode 6. If you've seen the movie, you definitely recognize what this is based off of. It was Abraham Lincoln tries to get Hitler to fall into the pit and die, but Hitler does a trick and gets into the battle.
Screw you big black cunt!
Anyways, Hitler's verse is probably the weakest of the trilogy. It's definitely good, but it's just not as memorable or catchy. But what is memorable and catchy is Vader's. Vader pretty much talks about World War I history in German, and it is fucking fire. And Vader then brings Boba Fett into the battle, who was played by Ray William Johnson. And just like in Star Wars, Boba Fett's time is very short when he gets killed by Hitler. And then Hitler starts talking shit about Vader and all the stormtroopers and Boba Fett, which ultimately pisses off Vader. Hitler can get a last line, he gets sliced in half by Vader. I think this was a great way to end this trilogy. They did have a season 4 trailer for ERB where Hitler comes back as a ghost and gets captured in a box, not by the Ghostbusters, but the Mythbusters, indicating that the first match of season 4 would be the Ghostbusters versus the Mythbusters. And with next battle. This one is Al Capone versus Blackbeard. This one, I really don't like this battle. I know people do, but this one, I just don't like it. It's not the worst battle, but geez, is it very forgettable. So I'm just gonna show you the kills that happen. We see in the background that the assassin from Assassin's Creed kills 3 guys. I don't know who they are, but they died. Next was another battle that a lot of people like that I just hate. It's Rick Grimes versus Walter White. I think the matchup is very creative and a good idea, and the costumes look good. But anywhere to the beat and lines in this battle do not sound good. Anyways, Rick Grimes pulls out his gun and shoots a total of 3 zombies that we can add to the count. The final zombie tries to attack Walter, but he distracts the zombie with meth. Well, on to the next season. Season 4. Now we move on to season 4, an actual good season. This battle between Romeo and Juliet versus Bonnie and Clyde. I love it when ERB brings in a team battle. 2 people versus 2 people is creative. I like this battle because sometimes the couples will go just one-on-one with each other, or just both rap at the same time. And I like the little love story to bring with Romeo and Juliet in this battle. It's creative.
And you there, wench with the neck of a chicken, you get an ass ass ripping worse than your boyfriend's in prison. You're not a true romance. You're just a conjugal visit. Oh, but that's not even your real husband now.
After that, Clyde gets pissed off, which, I mean, can you blame him? But since he's getting pissed off at Juliet, that pisses off Romeo. Bonnie starts rapping again. Then Juliet steps up, but Bonnie has had enough of this shit. So she pulls out a gun and shoots Juliet. Where Juliet thinks she's dead, but actually she isn't. But also Romeo thinks Juliet's dead, so he takes some poison and swallows it, killing him. But Juliet finds out that she was alive, as for Romeo is, and realizes that he's dead. Takes a dagger and stabs it right into her heart. This shocks Bonnie and Clyde. But hey, there's the good news though. They have each other now. Oh my god, they just got fucking gunned down. Holy shit. This is enough to even shock the announcer.
What? Who's next? You shot.
Next one is interesting because in Lego, this one is Zeus versus Thor. Why is this character from Star Wars here? Anyways, Thor starts talking shit about Zeus, what he did, and I count 3 innocent Greeks that get killed here. And those are technically the only kills that happen. I say technically because there is this dog that gets kicked, but animals don't go on the count. Oh yeah, since I'm not counting animals, that means I'm not going to add the bear from Lewis and Clark vs. Bill and Ted, as it's an animal. Next one was a bonus episode, Deadpool vs. Boba Fett. And this time, Boba Fett is not Professor William Johnson. This battle begins with Deadpool breaking the 4th wall.
About you to diss but you guys honestly think that I would screw this feud up and lose to the dude at huge cootie
This battle, as they get both characters nailed down perfectly. They get Deadpool's behavior down, and they do Boba Fett's voice pretty damn well. Then we go into the comic form, which is pretty damn cool and well done. But hey, let's get to the kills. We see these 4 guys try to ambush Deadpool. We start with the first one where this guy gets knocked out. This dude with the mallet isn't dead yet. And with this guy is who gets stabbed. And so is this guy who gets his head chopped off. Now the guy with the mallet is dead. Boba Fett also comes back with 4 kills. But these guys try to shoot him, get blown up. Well, that was a good season. Let's go to season 5. Next one starts season 5, and I love how this starts with the book. Because this one, and why it starts with the book, is because this one is George R.R. Martin versus J.R.R. Tolkien. I do like this battle, but I'm not going to talk about it, as it just has one quick kill. And it's very quick. And it's this guy, Jon Snow, I believe, who just gets stabbed. Next one is Alexander the Great versus Ivan the Terrible. This one is ERB's longest battle, I think, or at least one of. That is if we're not counting credits and stuff. This battle actually has plot to it. It's pretty much just Ivan the Terrible trying to kill everyone, which is great to have a plot in an ERB battle. Alexander the Great's first is fucking long as hell. It's like straight a minute, which is long for an ERB first. And after that first, Ivan the Terrible admits his defeat and offers Alexander a drink. But when he takes it, it tastes a bit weird because it was poisoned. So that kills Alex. You may be wondering if this is based off his death in history, and it kind of is. Alexander the Great was allegedly poisoned, but there's no confirming he was. He could have died of a heart attack or lung cancer, for all I know. At least Ivan thinks he's won, but someone brings in a flute solo. The Great shows up, and his verse is arguably the best one. In my opinion, I don't think it is, but it definitely is catchy.
My eyes, if I had a look at your trophies every night, I'll bring me my chair. I'm weary from tearing you a new derriere from here to Red Square. But a 7 years war, I ain't scared of his arm, 'cause beating you only took me 12 bars.
After a humiliating defeat, Ivan says he offers Frederick a seat, which Frederick needs a break, so he obviously sits in it. And Ivan thinks about choking him, but Frederick already died. Again, you might be wondering if this is based off his death in history, and it kind of is also, as when Frederick was found dead, he was found as just laying in a chair, but no one actually knows how he died. Anyway, so after Frederick dies, Ivan starts celebrating because he won again. and nobody can beat him. Except for somebody, that's Pompey the Great. Oh. Okay, well, I guess we had Pompey to the count. We get his fucking head chopped off. Wow. Just like Alexander and Frederick, Pompey's death in this battle is kind of like how it was in history. He was assassinated, and like technically he was assassinated a year. So, yeah. He was killed by Catherine the Great. I don't know why she killed him, but I'm assuming the reason why they killed him off was because this battle was already long enough. I even did the same thing they did with Frederick and Alexander, offering Catherine something that would ultimately kill her, but Catherine already knows, and it calls this horse a pile of shit. Season 5 ended with the battle being Nice Future vs. Epic Lloyd #2. They actually went pretty good on this, and people thought they actually hate each other, which they don't. Anyways, they revealed at the end of the battle they were taking a break from the ERB, and it was like that for 2 years about. It was then in 2018, of November 30th, they revealed that news that there would be a new battle soon. And on December 7th, we got Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. Sadly, doesn't have any kills, let alone any of the battles in Season 6, except for the final one. So let's get into it. Next battle is the ending of Season 6, and it's a Lego battle. Now, I can talk about this all day with the Lego stuff, but I can't, because I don't want this video to be too long. When I first saw this battle, I didn't like it. I didn't actually finish it, because Terry's first verse is not the best. Rewatching it, it's better than I remember, but definitely worse than this battle. And as we see, Luke's uncle and aunt get burned, so we can add those to the count. I'm not gonna add the guy Vader chokes, as there's possibilities Vader just let him go. So if you just pay attention to the background, you will see a lot of stuff going on that's wild and crazy, especially if you're a fan of both movie series. Anyways, Luke starts talking about how him and Harry's universes are pretty much the same.
Let's see, little orphan raised by relatives in solitude suddenly gets taken under wing of funky wizard dude. Learns that he's been destined to have powerful gifts.
Fuck, that's crazy. And they are very similar. So, he isn't wrong. Then Harry talks about how when his mom died, it was actually for the good, but when Luke's mom died, she just fucking died. Which is not going on the account, by the way. And it mentions about the sister thing, which is, if you know about Star Wars, you know about the sister thing. Also see Jar Jar getting beaten up, which I'm not adding to the count. Also, Luke gets destroyed here, so I'll add it to the count. It was just like Star Wars, Luke's Sidious down the hole killing him. It also blows up the Death Star. The Star Wars wiki says that there were 2 million people on the Death Star that died, but I'm not adding 2 million to the count. Fuck that. I like this part where it's the game that's in the Hogwarts, and you'd see all these people flying around. It's pretty impressive, man. Then we see this guy, the scout trooper, who gets distracted by the Weasleys, and it causes him to crash into a tree, so we'll add him to the count. In this part, it has a lot of details in it. That's shit. And also, same with this part. This has a lot of details too. And this part also does. Like, gosh, now they really went hard on this. I also like the ending line here too. Now we have one final season. Let's get to it.
Expelliarmus, you're heartless in a duel. Call me the Hogwarts Express. I just took you to school.
Final battle we're talking about is Lara Croft versus Indiana Jones. I have not played the Tomb Raider game, let alone seen an Indiana Jones movie. But I still got most of these lines.
Too many voices inside you. You burn through women quicker than I do. I think you should have dropped Hollywood as an option. When even Angelina gave you up for adoption. Let's cut to the chase. He died. I guess you couldn't tap the attics in time.
Shit. And there's lots more crazy lines in this battle. I can go on all day about this. Anyways, we get the sword versus gun thing from Indiana Jones that everyone knows. So he shoots this guy, who I don't really know who he is, but he's dead now.
So brave and hunky, but you're such a toxic date, you could kill a little monkey. Marion is 15 when you raided her bones. There's no time for love, Dr. Jones. This is one temple that you'll never be exploring. You're not John Williams, so you ain't scoring.
Then we get to one of my favorite verses in this entire battle, in ERB's entire history too. And I'll just kind of show you it.
Dinosaurs.
belong in a museum.
I've been served a full-course meal of chilled Indian voodoo, and they don't even kill as many animals as you do. You're corrupting the youth. They should be outside, not trying to unload the barrels on your thighs. You might have ditched those pistols akimbo, but you're still the same rich backflipping bimbo of rap and the treasure map to catastrophe stuff in your knapsack with innocent casualties. Square Enix didn't watch anymore. That's why they dropped you like a J in the floor. When they designed your core, they ripped my style and jiggled in a bit of girl's Polygon Wild.
You took 3D to uncharted territory. Now you're just in uncharted territory. Overshadowed by Drake like, well, wait. Somebody needs to make a tune for your old game.
Freaking amazing. Also, fun fact, after this verse, Nathan Drake was supposed to show up. They got the audio for it, but they never actually added it.
There used to be a Nathan Drake verse. He came down and he rapped and everything. There's demos with Nathan Drake.
Oh, me? Never.
I thought it could have been funny. I think Nathan Drake coming in, and then Lloyd wanted him to get smashed by a boulder.
Overshadowed by Drake like, well, wait. Somebody needs to make a tune for your old game.
What's up, Doc? Gotta cut you off like one across tank tops. We're among thieves. Let's get to brass tacks. I'm here to... Oh, no.
That was one of those lines where it was like, gosh, we love this, but it's just not working. So we cut it. In the business, they call it killing your babies, which I think they should probably find a different way to say.
Fun fact, they've been doing this battle for a while. They've been wanting to do it, and people have been requesting for a while. They have demos of it, too.
I feel like we wrote this song for a long time. We have versions of this song from years ago when we did demos of it, and we started kicking lyrics around.
There's one thing in your series I could never understand. Why do you use dual pistols when your fans only play with one hand?
Lures Cross second verse has lots of catchy lines, too, so I'll show you them.
For your old game.
If you want to talk game, stick to sorry. That verse was worse than your crap on Atari. Aw, Fedora the Explorer thinks he's tough. You must have gotten dragged behind too many trucks. I'm the first wet dream gamers ever had. You're a Halloween costume for out-of-shape dad. Oof, my bad. Your dad was never present. At best, the affection you got was sloppy seconds. You ditched your sidekick, never met your own kid, cause his mum cut you off like a rope bridge. You're a dog, Indiana, that's fact. The only thing you're loyal to is a hat, no cap.
The battle ends as Mr. 1 who's next, and throwing us to the side, and also giving us the title card again. Well, that was an adventure. Yeah, the original version of this video was 42 minutes, not counting the numbers, not counting the intro, and not counting the outro, and not counting on the next kill count. This was a long, this took me a while. It took me a span of 3 days, including today, to make it. But what's the total number of kills in ERB? Well, let's find out and get to the numbers. I counted 46 kills in ERB, the victims being 40 male, 3 female, and 3 zombies. That gives us this mostly blueberry pie chart. This is going to be the highest kill count for a while, probably, because, let's be honest, 46 kills is not going to be beaten out for a while. Anyways, with a total of 88 battles or episodes, that gave us a kill on average about every 1.91 battles. Clint Firefighter for the coolest kill will go to Bonnie Clyde as it's bloody, shocking, and even enough to shock the announcer. Ryan Message for the lamest kill will go to Frederick the Great. I know it's supposed to reference his death in history technically, but it doesn't stop that from being a lame kill. He just sits on the seat and dies. And that's it. ERB started in 2010 and finished so far in 2004. It looks like now they're doing their battles every year now, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? Next kill count will be a lot more shorter, most likely, and probably will take less long. But for that, I'm gonna need to pirate the party, if you know what I mean. Until next time, I'm your host Mario. This has been Kill Count Parody. On the next Kill Count. Video games are fun. But what if you want to play a classic video game that was from like a decade ago? Well, it's gonna be hard to find your local Target or Walmart. GameStop might have it, but probably won't. You could probably find out at a pawn shop, but probably won't. So, you friend online for probably a fucking lot. So, what's your options? Well, you have 3 options. 1, don't buy it. 2, buy it and be broke. Or 3, just pirate the game. Pirating games a lot easier. You just download it, you can play on your phone, play on your computer, play with an Xbox controller if you really wanted to. It's fun, and it's fun to party with it too.
Piracy is no party.